Hello everybody, you can call me Hunch, and today I'm going to be talking about stacks, trading stacks in general, the ecosystem. I'm going to be doing a little review, so on and so forth. This is my homeboy Tyrone, and I'll have you know that no stuffed animals were harmed in the making of this video because we're very nice people here, okay? So Tyrone, strap in buddy, because it's about to get buck wild, okay boy? Okay, let's go to here. Okay, forget about this. Let's go to the stacks trade. Okay, I drew a nice little ascending channel for you. Okay, I made a video a few days ago that's saying after I made this fantastic stacks trade about a cup and handle, then here, and then blast off. Okay, I was dead on. If you haven't watched my stacks videos, go do it because I'm almost impeccable. It seems, but I'm not touting my own horn. I do make tons of mistakes. Okay. Just like adopting this fellow here, okay? He will be with me the rest of my life. Okay, so what we have here is an ascending channel, okay? If you've never seen an ascending channel, that sucks. But it does look similar to, after this breakout, to kind of like a bull flag situation, even though it's in this long ascending channel. But what's important for me here is I want you to bring your eyeballs right over here, okay? We had a breakdown below this line. Now, if we were in a bear market, okay, which now I think we're in a bull market, okay, that's my personal opinion. If you go ask big YouTubers like Becker or Twitter people like Becker and all those guys, they think we're going back down. I disagree. I think we're going back up. But if I agreed with them, I would take the short trade here, okay? I'm different because I think it will go back into the channel. Okay, now if you're a trader, I would wait for confirmation of that before you buy. Now I'm not a trader, I'm an accumulator. Ain't that right, buddy? It's right. Okay, here. Are you thirsty? Have some water. Okay, it's gonna be a while. Okay, now that's what I would do if I was a trader, okay? Not a trader, an accumulator, and that's why I'm going to talk about the stacks ecosystem. And I think the stacks ecosystem is going to be one of the most important ecosystems in this next bull run. Why? Because it's so nascent, okay? It's not a Solana, it's not an Avalanche, right? And if you remember last cycle, those things, well, I've been around 2 cycles. The cycle before the last one, those didn't exist. It was like EOS and XRP, okay? There's going to be some L1s, okay? And I think stacks is going to be it, not financial advice. Do whatever you want, okay? But let's talk about the ecosystem more. This question was posed by OKCoin. You can read it. And this guy said city coins, okay? So if you want to be rich, buy city coins according to Ryan B. Shout out. Don't know who you are, but let's get it. Now, I don't know if I agree with him or disagree or whatever. It's his opinion. But what I want you to take note of is this little graphic here, okay? I'm thoroughly convinced there's a way to change government with Bitcoin and crypto in general, but Stack seems to be leading the way by just experimenting. And I think that's a good thing, right? I've said in previous videos, I think there's a way to build bonds on top of the smart contracts on these city coins, right? Municipal bonds are a huge investment product. Now, they're probably for our parents, but you know, maybe the government can re-engage the community by doing something with this type of thing. Now, what I want you to take note of here is these miners are putting up stacks for a cut, right? And if you watch here, I believe it's New York City coin, all right? So they get a piece of the city coin. Some of the stacks go to stackers of the city coins and then also of the wallet. But what I think the missing piece of this graphic is, right, is this. It's not showing that the stackers are getting stacks, right? And so there's no line. Where does this box go after they stack? And then also this city wallet is getting stacks, but it's also missing a graphic, right? So what can you do with the stacks? Like if you're the city, for example, if you get the stacks, what can you do? You can stack your stacks for Bitcoin, right? Which is important because it can be a reserve asset, but you also can incentivize people, right? Or through being a miner, right? Look at these miners using stacks. And correct me if I'm wrong in the description below, but this box right over here can be similar to this box, okay? And what can you do with that, right? one, you could stack it for Bitcoin and airdrop citizens Bitcoin, keep it, use it for projects, etc. Or you can do it to get more city coins and airdrop city coins and reward citizens in city coins for participating in non-for-profits, right? If you work for a non-for-profit hospital system, right, you can reward employees for that. You can reward teachers, things that governments work with. You can reward these people with this and get benefits to the city, right? Maybe you can use it to get more vacation time, right? Or to get a better match on your 401k for the city, or whatever it is, right? I think this interaction here is going to make cities want to compete for the best people, right? To make the cleanest cities, the most up-to-date cities. If you look around the world, around the US, right, we're really struggling with infrastructure, right? With our airports compared to some other countries, with our roadways. I mean, everyone has seen all the accidents that have been on the news lately. I think this is a new way because it goes with the ethos of America, which is the decentralization of power, right? That's why we have the separation of states, and the federal government, states' rights, states' powers, right? All of that. And this also will play into the state budget. So I think, you know, and I could be wrong, I think City Coins is one of the most important projects on crypto besides Bitcoin. And that's just my opinion. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not smart enough. But I have a gut feeling deep, like a deep feeling in the belly here that this is one of the most important projects on Stacks. Now, the next thing I want you guys to pay attention to is Stacks' mission here, right? Their mission is to bring about this Bitcoin economy, right? And the Stacks people don't think it can just be done with the Lightning Network. Now, how are they doing that, right? And I've been a harsh critic, but I mostly get my financial advice from this guy, so don't listen to me at all either. That SBTC, I think, is going to unlock an ungodly amount of capital to Stacks, right? And that's coming out. So I do think we're going to break up into this channel for another reason. And that reason is the liquidity of Bitcoin, right? I don't think Liquid Network is doing it. I think Stacks has a good chance to suck liquidity from Bitcoin and also increase the use of Bitcoin, which is, it doesn't mean it's flowing from Bitcoin into Stacks. It's interacting with Stacks and they will rise together, right? Because I can interact with a smart contract with Bitcoin by converting to Stacks. Now, if anyone has used DIKO, right, they do that with DIKO, right? If you swap on DIKO, you can swap between two things, and it has a conversion of USDA or whatever it is in the middle of that. So Bitcoin will just be native, and you can do Bitcoin to DIKO, Bitcoin to Stacks, DIKO to Bitcoin, right? And Stacks is just that gas fee in there. But it's also a currency that you can price NFTs in. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is Alex has had a pullback. Okay, and if you go to DIKO, which is, I'm not going to pull it up because I should have had it pulled up. It went from like 2 cents. Okay, so think about like down here, just like this one kind of did. You know, there are different market caps, different how many coins are on the market, etc. So forth. So I don't want you to make a direct comparison, but it basically went from 2 cents to 20 cents, DIKO, and now it's back to 9 cents. And this went from 2 cents to 8 cents, and now it's back to 5 cents. Okay, so about a 50, or it retraced basically 100% from the top. Halved it. So I think the risk reward is here again, and I'm not going to say even try to make a chart trading these low cap things because they're worth like just millions. But I think, again, I think you have to pay attention here, and this is just my gut instinct, right? I've also made videos in the past about stock twits and how many people follow Stacks, and it's not that many. But if you go there now, go to stocktwits.com and look up Stacks, And the number of people following Stacks projects and Stacks is growing, right? And we're in a bear market, right? Which is all what the new entrants think we're in. But I think the new entrants, right? It's not just why I think we're in a bull market is not just because the old people who have been in this for a while think we're in a bear market, but also the people who aren't in it think we're in a bear market. And when the things start to rise and everything goes up, they're going to get pulled in and then they're going to get dumped on. Okay, so that's just my instinct. Yeah, this is the same thing I did twice. I should have had DIKO up. But my point is if you're an accumulator, I would keep accumulating, not financial advice. If you're a trader, I would even trade it to the upside, okay, and start paying attention, right? And I also think City Coins is one of the most important things because I do think that there's no trust between, and I'm not the only one saying this. I'm not an anarchist. I'm just a normal guy with a normal job. The trust between the government and citizens needs to be rebuilt. And I think this is an interesting way to keep that decentralization, to keep that competition, but also rebuild trust, okay? Along with adopting Bitcoin and so on and so forth. But I think this is an interesting thing. Tyrone, if you disagree, I don't care, okay? You can call me Hunch.